approximately 20,000 pregnant women have been vaccinated with no red flags.
It's really one of those things that's kind of not a close call. It really is pretty clear that pregnant women should get vaccinated.
There is no bad time to get vaccinated. Get vaccinated while you're thinking about having a baby, before you're thinking about having a baby, while you're pregnant with your baby. There is no bad time.
Importantly, no safety concerns were observed for people vaccinated in the third trimester or safety concerns for their babies.
Absolutely disgusting. Dr. Fauci and ex-CDC Director Rachel Walensky insisting to the public that the COVID shot was safe for pregnant women. And now Senate Republicans have released a shocking private text from Fauci to Walensky, where Fauci expressed concern about the first trimester miscarriages. Just 1 month before reassuring the public there were no red flags for pregnant women. Trump NIH Director Jay Bhattacharya telling Fox News yesterday he's glad Fauci's concerns have finally come to light.
I'm really glad that his words now can be heard by the American people. And I share your concern. I think that when you have a new product like the COVID vaccine was back then, you should be careful with pregnant women. And it's shocking to me that that he was sharing private thoughts, and that when he was out on public, and he was out in public a lot, he didn't share those private thoughts with the American public. I mean, to me, the big problem now is really how do you restore trust in public health? How do you restore trust in science? And I fully expect there to be people that disagree with me, and when I learn that I'm wrong, I'm going to tell the American public that I'm wrong. We have to turn the page from that. I mean, especially for something like the COVID shots, which were brand new back then. I mean, and Tony Fauci was a major figure in trying to get those COVID shots off, past the finish line. He owed the American public some transparency regarding his honest thoughts.
Joining me now, House Republican Conference Chairwoman from Michigan, Lisa McClain. Congresswoman, thank you so much for joining us. Tell me, you now see what Senator Ron Johnson was able to release. What are your thoughts?
You know, it's disgusting and it's criminal, in my opinion. As a mother, I can't imagine being pregnant, listening to the man in charge straight up lie to the American people. You try so hard to get pregnant, and then you listen to him. Oh, in fact, I think he actually said that there was never a risk of pregnancy, never a risk. When in fact, the New England Journal of Medicine said 82% of women who got the vaccine in their first or second trimester had a miscarriage. I mean, that is criminal and it's disgusting, and this man should be held accountable for it.
NIH Director Dr. Jay Bhattacharya says that Dr. Fauci stepped out of his lane in pushing COVID shots. Have a listen to this sound. I want to get your reaction on the other side.
Yeah.
I'm not blaming you specifically. What I'm saying is, you want to talk about misinformation. The kinds of decisions and sort of the public sort of face of public health during the pandemic led to many people losing trust in public health.
The Trump administration officials.
No, I mean like Biden. So Biden, for instance,
the
censored me.
The pandemic began under the Trump administration.
But just so we're clear, the Biden administration censored me, right? They sent out.
So why isn't Margaret Brennan listening to Dr. Bhattacharya? I mean, if it was Fauci, she would be, but Dr. Bhattacharya treats like that.
Yeah, because she has Trump derangement syndrome, right? And she doesn't care about pregnant women, because if she did, she would want Dr. Fauci and everyone else to tell the American people, especially pregnant women, the truth. But what I find so disgusting and so upsetting is Dr. Fauci, and quite frankly, all the Democrats, had an opinion and was on every talk show, every late night show, every CNN news station, talking about the COVID vaccine and how safe it was. Yet he knew that there were risks, and he didn't disclose that to the American people. I would think, as a woman, as a mother, especially as a woman, as a mother, you would want to be transparent, but they're not. Maybe that's why he's pled the fifth 111 times.
It truly is. This is one of the most unbelievable stories that has not been properly covered. There's still lots more questions. Congresswoman Lisa McClain, I know you're all over it. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you.